Tonight from Call 6 Investigates, police arrested this Brownsburg man for drunk driving on his way to the Indianapolis airport. Police say Robert Harris was more than 3 times the legal limit. But Call 6 Investigates uncovered that Harris is also a licensed airline pilot. Our Kara Kenny joins us live from the airport tonight and found that a pilot can lose his or her driver's license but still keep flying a plane with you in it. Kara.
That's right, Jason. We should first point out we do not know if Harris was on his way to this airport to fly a commercial plane. The airline would only tell us they've received no reports of any pilots arrested on their way to work. However, Harris's arrest does bring up some questions about how the aviation industry handles drunk driving. On October 2nd, Plainfield police pulled over Robert Paul Harris on his way to the airport. Police noted bloodshot eyes, slurred speech, and trouble using his hands. Court documents show Harris blew a .29, over 3 times the legal limit. Within days, a judge ordered that Harris's Indiana driver's license be suspended immediately. Call 6 Investigates did some checking and found Harris is a licensed airline pilot. Pilots have to report a driver's license suspension or a drunk driving conviction to the Federal Aviation Administration within 60 days. Pilot can get a DUI, have their driver's license suspended, but keep flying?
Sure. There's no requirement in the Federal Aviation regulations that you have a driver's license at all.
Bob Duncan is a flight instructor and attorney who has represented pilots arrested for drunk driving. He points out the FAA does their own comprehensive investigation into drunk driving arrests, and their response depends on a slew of factors, including the pilot's medical and criminal history.
I would say that the FAA process has been very effective in keeping pilots with alcohol issues under control in the sense so that the public safety is not put at risk.
But Mothers Against Drunk Driving Lael Hill is concerned pilots can lose their driving privileges but keep flying.
I assumed that the FAA would have sanctions in place similar to the state of Indiana and withholding a driver's license or any type of license that would allow someone to operate a motor vehicle, whether that's a plane or a car.
Matt opposes operating anything with a motor while under the influence.
Any motor vehicle that you would have to stick a key in the ignition.
Federal regulations say pilots should follow the 8-hour from bottle to throttle, and some airlines are even stricter. We reached out to Robert Paul Harris but didn't hear back. He's entered a plea of not guilty and his case is set for trial in January. And the FAA does their evaluations on a case-by-case basis, and they say that airlines are required to do random testing. We also reached out to a trade organization, and they told us airlines take these matters seriously and have well-defined policies and procedures to ensure the highest levels of safety are met for everyone who flies. And experts we talk with say that some airlines will even suspend a pilot after a DUI while that airline does its own investigation. We're live at the airport. I'm Call 6 Investigates Kara Kenny.